everyone, my name is Nina. I'm a dietitian for Center for Community Health and Prevention, and today I'm going to be talking about ways to make lunch a little bit easier to prep for and hopefully a little bit healthier too. And I go through the range of, having absolutely no time to having a little bit of extra time, so hopefully we can find one that is appropriate for you. So I'm going to start with the first tip that I have, which is to double up on dinner. So yesterday I actually was planning on making enchiladas for myself and my husband and a couple other family members. So what I did was I just made 2 trays. So one tray lasted us tonight or the night before, and then the other tray is going to last my husband and I for a couple days throughout the week. So that I just have plated here. It's not, nothing pretty, but it's just a couple of enchiladas. Inside I did put quite a bit. So I put a bunch of refried beans, black beans, a little bit of some lean ground beef, but I also loaded it with bell peppers and onions to get more vegetables in there. So you have a vegetable, you have a protein, you have fiber, you also have the grain from the tortillas. So, pretty balanced meal on its own. I normally like to add a little bit to it. So I like to have little grab and go fruits and vegetables that you can just throw into any lunch. So I have some examples here. I have these little cucumbers you can just kind of add to the side as a snack. Very little prep work, but also really good and satisfying, and they're nice and crunchy. I also have these tomatoes actually from our garden, so I might throw a handful of these in there just to add in some more veggies, just as a side. Or if I'm feeling really fancy, I will just kind of throw those into a food processor with some onion, maybe some seasoning, and just make a really lazy salsa. So if I'm feeling more energy, I'll do the salsa, but if not, I'll just have maybe a couple of these, maybe a fruit on the side, something to balance it out a little bit more, add a little bit more to it, even though it's pretty good on its own. So that's one, to double up on dinner. That just decreases the thought that you have to put into it for the week. So another one is to bulk up on a staple that you can make very quickly, but then also have a large portion through the week. So I actually chose tuna fish. I'll show you. I made a little tuna salad. So you can see the tuna salad, and then I just put it in a whole wheat pita. And tuna salad is so versatile. You can have it with chips the next day, whole grain crackers. You can have it in a tortilla. You can have it in a pita on a sandwich. I've even kind of spread it on a tortilla and rolled it up and made little almost like a Lunchable version of little bite-sized pieces. Anything to really just add a little bit more variety, a little more creativity to your lunch. So this is one that I tend to do a lot. Tuna salad, or you can do a chicken salad. It's super, super easy. You can have a whole bunch. Sometimes it actually gets better the longer it is in the fridge, as long as you're not waiting a ridiculous amount of time. And it's really good and easy to really make into anything. This one is a pretty plain tuna salad because I'm adding a lot of vegetables to it. But I really do love to add some chopped bell peppers in there just to really add in a lot more of those vegetables. So you have the grain, you have the protein, you have the vegetable. If you have a fruit on hand instead of the vegetable, that's fine too. But again, just having that staple that you can make in bulk and just have it through the week, and you can play with it and do different lunches each day, like a pita or a wrap or just a salad, and just kind of use that to your advantage. So having one staple ahead of time, that can be another good one too. The other one that I like to do, I'll actually bring it over in here, is this is if you really have limited time. So this is just kind of a hodgepodge of things you can prepare in a pinch, where you just grab these things, you go to the office, or you start your workday at home, and by lunchtime you just throw these in a bowl, microwave it, or stovetop it, or whatever resource you have. So I recommend trying a couple of these microwavable options. This is actually one of my favorites and was recommended to me by a coworker. It's called Everyday Doll, but it has beans and vegetables in it. This is also another microwavable option. It's a rice quinoa mix. I know a lot of grocery stores around here have them. So I will literally just grab these 2 things, probably something like this too, or a piece of fruit, and just have this be my lunch at work. These I will just throw into a container or some microwave safe dish and have this for a lunch. And I'll normally just kind of top it off with some sort of produce, like veggies on the side, like the cucumber, which is easy to grab and just crunch on. I also have some carrots in the fridge that I can do that with. Or you can just bring a piece of fruit, like some berries or nectarine or something, just to balance it out a little bit more. So this is when you have are literally in a pinch and just have to grab something and go. But they're healthful for you. They have fiber, they have whole grains, vegetables, they're all good options to have. And it's just something that you think about next time you go grocery shopping, is maybe to try to have a couple of these next time you go, to make sure that you have a quick and easy option that you can just grab to have a healthful lunch. And this one takes absolutely no effort at all, except for when you're in the grocery store. So they also have these little frozen meal options. This one I haven't tried yet, so I can't necessarily say that it's good enough to try, but They have a whole bunch in the freezer section of any grocery store. All you have to do is just kind of look at the label. Does it have a vegetable? You know, is it lower in sodium? Does it lower in saturated fat? Like the ones that are more cream based and pasta based will likely have a lot of saturated fat and sodium in them. The ones that are more vegetable heavy and have a whole grain will likely have less of those options. So just kind of explore the freezer section, see what's there, maybe try a new frozen dish that you'd like. This one is one that I've never tried, so I'm just gonna see how it is and go from there. But just another really quick option that you can do. In summary, you can double up on dinner and just make a double portion one night per week so you have servings throughout the week. And another one is you can just bulk up on a staple that you really like the tuna salad, and just make it into a bunch of different things and just kind of be more creative so you don't get bored with the same thing every day. Or you can just have these things on hand for when you're really in a pinch. This is really necessary, especially because we all have mornings where we're running late. So prepare for things in a pinch, have that staple on hand, double up on dinner, and on top of it all, try to have some sort of fruit or vegetable that is easy, quick prep or no prep, that you can just grab and go, like the cucumbers or the tomatoes, or like an apple or orange or something like that. Hope this helps. Thanks.